Okay, it's official from the hood to the woods. So right now I have the RV parked in a RV park. As you can see, there are several RVs. Um, this is my lovely humble abode right here. I have a 2021 east to west Alta. It's 33 foot in length. I forget how wide it is. But so from we're pretty much going to be doing front to back, and then I'm also going to go inside and show you the inside. So it sounds like my neighbor is having trouble starting his Corvette. Um, that's no good. So this is the part that you hitch right here. This button is the light. Sometimes I turn it on when I come out here. Please ignore my nails. I need to do them. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Doing my nails in the RV. Anywho, it's just a little small light for like if you're hooking up at night, you can have the light there. I set it up because in this particular park, it's not well lit. So when if I come home late, maybe I'll turn it on, or if I'm walking the dog, I'll turn it on. But I sometimes or most times don't turn it on because I forget to turn it off, and then it's just burning. It's not a sensor, so it stays on all the time. And yeah, I don't know how to change the bulb yet, so we're gonna just preserve that for as long as we can. And then this button is the up and down button that moves the stopper down here that is stabilizing the front of it. It's electronic. You don't have to crank it like back in the day. For those that are familiar with RVs, the stabilizers had to be put in position with a jack that you literally had to hand wind. These ones now are all electronic. Underneath here is my propane tanks. I have two propane tanks, two 30-pound propane tanks to be exact. And of course now I can't get this one up. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, I got that. So I'm not going to lift the whole thing. I'm just going to show you down on the inside. These are the two tanks. Right now I have them off. I am not running the propane. I only turned on the propane to cook for Thanksgiving. And then I'll be talking about that as well. Cooking, that'll be later when I talk about the expenses and answer all the questions and everything. This right now is just literally the tour of the RV and what it looks like. So I'm going to open it. Mine came with two sets of keys. I can't say they all come with two sets of keys, but mine came with two sets of keys. For the outside and inside, it's not the same key. So this is the water hookup. So the fresh water is a tank that you fill. If I wasn't parked in a park right now, wherever I'm hooked up at, I would hook up to the water system. I would fill my fresh water tank, close it, and then I would live off of that water for however long I could. And then I would have to go and refill it again. This right here, there's another hose. I think it's on the other side. And I need to figure out how I got water on the inside because water is running right here. It's damp. So I need to figure out why that is. Hopefully nothing on the inside is leaking. So that'll be a discovery. I'll come back and tell you guys what happened. Or maybe it's just from the rain because we did have really bad rain. So maybe it just came in from the doors or something. And I'm going to check that other side to make sure the tarp isn't hanging out. So the blue tarp, I actually had that because I was going to wrap the bottom of it for the winter, but that didn't work out because the park that I'm at, you can't wrap it unless you have the professional wrapping, and that's about $1,800, and I'm not investing in that right now. So this I have it's a plug right here, and I actually have the extension cord for the hose plugged up, and of course I didn't think it through when I plugged it up. I should have inserted the electrical outlet side to this side instead of out here on the faucet. But I thought that the cord would have been long enough to reach my circuit breaker, but it wasn't. And at the time, my circuit breaker wasn't working. So I ended up having to get an extension cord, and rather than unhook it and rehook it, because I had a tough time getting this piece on, and I had to borrow a wrench from the manager here in the park, I just left it that way and used the extension cord and just plugged it into the RV. I don't have the filter plugged up right now because the filter, when it gets really low for where I'm staying at right now, it'll freeze. So right now I'm only relying on the filter that the RV has. It's a filter that's connected to this, and the filters that's on the hose. So I'm going to close this for now. This is what they call the basement or the undercarriage. So we're gonna close that and lock it back as soon as I can find the key on where I stuffed it. Okay, and off to the rest. So I'm pretty short, but this is the length from standing down on the ground. It is up on cinder blocks. That just helps. Again, I have the stabilizers on cinder blocks, and that helps to keep the RV from shifting while you're walking around on the inside, or if you have an animal like I do. Bear likes to chase around his food ball and his toys and everything, so the RV rocks a little, but it rocks a little less when it's on something. They use other things. A lot of people have cinder blocks. Some have a what do you call it? They have wood that's like right up to up under here, just to again keep it from rocking. I didn't do that. I just put them on cinder blocks. You want to be careful with your stabilizers so that you don't lift up the RV, they said, because it can damage your stabilizers, and then that will prevent them from working properly as well as stabilizing your RV. And these are the buttons for it. So remember, I was saying now everything is electronic. This side controls both sides. There are 4 total, one on each, 2 on each side to make sure that it stays balanced. And then this little solar panel is just for my little lights. I have some little decorative lights that run across. I thought they would be a little bit brighter when it's dark out, but they're not that bright. So maybe if someone has some suggestions on some solar panel lights that are a little brighter to give me a little light when it's dark out, I'm open to that. Thank you. Okay, and my little sign. Okay, welcome to Camp Quit Your Bitchin'. We are a certified happy camper area. I really live by that. Overall, I'm a bubbly, happy person. So keep your negative shit with you. Okay, this is the water faucet. So I know everybody's like, why do you have it duct tape? Is it broke? It is not. Underneath here, maybe when I peel it away, you guys will be able to see later, and then I'll kind of do like a quick little demo of what I did. But so there are pipe heating pads that you have to wrap your outside water source for if you're somewhere where it's cold and it gets below freezing or close to freezing, because you don't want your pipes in your RV to freeze. So I have the padding on there. I have a plastic bag, and then I duct taped it because again, where I am, it's pretty windy as well, so I didn't want anything shifting. So yes. And this is an old school faucet. I actually didn't know how to use it when I first came. I thought it was like the pump and you had to pump it, but you don't. You literally just keep it in the up position and it's on. When it's down, it's in the off position. My particular RV has one slide, and when we get inside, you'll understand what that means in terms of the slide. The slides allow you to have more space on the inside. And that this area right here where my slide is actually my couch and kitchen. So we'll see that when we go in. Of course, yes, that's my circuit breaker. I have the RV plugged up. This is the actual RV. I have a power surge, and this is the actual RV plug right here. And then, I also have, so that again, because it gets cold, I have a heated hose, and this plug that's what that's for. That's not the heated hose. This is for the padding, but the heated hose, yes, I had to, as I told you earlier, had to plug that up to make sure that also the water that's getting into the RV coming out of the well isn't cold and won't freeze on the way in. This is the sewer line. Some people had some questions about the sewer. I have lots and lots and lots to talk about about that. So this is again going to be a quick tour, but I think I'm going to do a separate video on sewer line and my thoughts and everything about that, because this so far has been the most troubling, I would say, with my particular RV. But I have a used RV, and again, I'm going to do a whole video about that and how I feel about new versus used and all of those things. So I have 4 tanks total, the freshwater tank, like what I was telling you guys about, 1 sewer tank, and then I have 2 water holding tanks. They're called gray tanks, and your sewer tank is called your black tank. Again, here are the switches for the stabilizers that are here in the back, one on this side, one on the other side, and I have them on cinder blocks. Okay, now we're to the back. So this part, although it looks just like a bumper and it is holding my spare tire on there, I'm going to get a tire cover for it as well. But this actually holds your sewer hose. However, I didn't fully understand when I moved my trailer how to detach both of the orange parts to put it on there. Even though I had gloves, plus again, it's the sewer line. So I didn't really want to play around with that too much. So I actually bought a storage bin, and I ran water through the line. I emptied my tanks, and then I ran water through the line, and then I just folded them up and put it in a small storage bin, because I couldn't figure out how to get it in here by itself. This part pops off and it slides in, but as you can see, they have curvatures at the end of it, and yeah, that's not going in here. So I didn't figure that out. But maybe mines don't detach, or again, if someone knows, please help me. Say, hey, you detach them this way, or some aren't made that way, or whatever. The ladder is to the roof. On the roof there are solar panels, which is charging the battery. The battery is pretty much for if I need like lights inside. So far though, when I am not hooked up, I don't really get much electricity in terms of like being able to use my sockets and stuff. But that also could be because I just don't fully understand yet on how that works and what I'm doing. So yeah, that's my RV plate. I am in New Jersey. So this right here is the actual hot water heater for the water that is going to the RV. And like I was stating earlier, this is what we changed. My neighbor helped me change the stopper, and even around the outside of it, if you can see, it's rusty. Well, the whole thing was rusty. This part that's all nice and shiny and looks brand new now was rusty, just like this part. So that means that the previous owners never changed the stopper, and you want to make sure that anything that's building up in there, you don't want anything building up in there, and you want it out, because it could mess with the heating element that's helping to flush the water through, so that you can get hot water. Here's a little switch down here to turn it on and off. Actually, when I first hooked up, my water was running, and I had the RV delivered, and so the when I came, the water was on and everything was working, but I didn't have hot water. And so I, thank you YouTube, went and watched a YouTube video on how to turn it on. And then also when I went to pick it up from the dealership, I did a walkthrough with one of the sales and not the sales, one of the parts department guys, and he helped me understand how everything worked. Okay, so this is not supposed to look like this. I did a actual video of us changing and what that looks like. That will be up somewhere as well. But this part is basically all calcified and eroded and just nasty, as you can see. And as thin as it is, I'm glad that I did decide to change it. When I did, I felt like it needed to be changed, and I'm glad I listened to my spirit, because if this part had broke, the rest of this would still be in the stopper part, and then this would be out, and I would be in a lot of trouble. It pretty much would be like a backup or something, or I don't even know. I don't even want to think about it. But yes, and shout out to Camping World. I got mine from Camping World in Lakewood, New Jersey. Okay, and around to the front of it. So this is the part across the top that looks like a roll of film is actually the awning. It rolls out and rolls back. There's buttons for it. I'll show you that when I go inside. This area right here is actually a little grilling area. Let me see if I locked it. I don't think it's locked. It's not locked. But of course it's cold out and I haven't opened it since the summer. But I also didn't use it though, because I didn't turn on my propane, because I'm still a little scared. And yeah, my husband's not always here to do it, so I don't mess with the propane. There's a little fridge in there. I haven't used the fridge, and to be honest guys, I haven't even opened the fridge since when I left the dealership. So we're gonna save that for another video, and I'm gonna open that up later and see if there's anything in there that I should be afraid of. So yeah. And then we're coming around. This is actually the entrance to the living area. I have the wheels covered because I'm stationary for the winter. There's my little chair underneath that I use when I burn my little fires. And this, I don't put these steps down. These are the steps to my bedroom, and just in general, even when I had any of my apartments or homes or anything like that I lived in, I never liked the idea of places that you directly walk into your bedroom from outside the street. I don't wear my shoes inside anyway, but I don't know, just the concept in general. I don't want to walk into my bedroom. That's like my sacred space. So I don't pull those stairs down. I don't use that door. And then this is the other side, actually, where the blue tarp is. There's some firewood when I want to burn some fires. My little pick right there. And I'm going to open this side because I need to get, hopefully it's like right here. Yes. Okay. And so the hose that I was telling you about that hooks up to like the little faucet area, that's this. And I don't know if you have children and you're out camping and playing and whatnot, if they get muddy or dirty or whatever, or you're outside, grilling, you can use this hose and rinse things off with. I think I have it inside of the thing. This is I got the water regulator, so I'm actually very happy that I got this. The parts guy that did the walkthrough with me to show me how everything works when we were at the dealership really recommended a few things that my salesperson didn't recommend, and even was kind of like, oh, you don't need that right now. But I'm glad that I listened to the salesperson, and I mean, not the salesperson, the parts person, and got all of the extra supplies at the time that he suggested, because I'm going to take this out because I need this, because it really did help with my overall adjusting and everything that I needed to make, my time in the RV and learning process a lot smoother. The water regulator I have used. I am not using it now because I have the heated hose there, and at this particular park the water pressure isn't very strong. So when I did have the water regulator hooked up, the water pressure for me was a little too low in the shower, and I didn't like that. So I took my water regulator off. But it is something good to have, because in the future, if you are at a park that is too strong in water pressure, that could be a problem for going inside your RV, because your RV pipes and everything just may not be able to take that pressure, and you don't want to burst your pipes or anything, affect your toilet, anything. So we're going inside now, and oh yes, okay, I took the toilet paper. I said I needed this so quick. Okay, RV and Marine toilet paper. This is a particular brand. I got this brand from Camping World, but I think that they do have this at Walmart as well. So there is a specific toilet paper that you have to use, because they say that it helps to break down a little bit better in your tanks. Well, of course, because we don't have regular plumbing, like, as if you were in a house. So welcome. No. You already been out. That's Bear. He's trying to run away. Well, really, he's trying to get at the neighbor's dog next door. But our neighbors next door, which, okay, we're going to do a quick little right back out the door really quick. So I'm going to sit this right here, because as I said, I don't wear my shoes inside. So those are my inside slippers. And these are my outside slippers. If you can't tell, their ballies are all falling off and everything. But really quick, before we do that, this is my neighbor's RV, and this is a 2024 North Point fifth wheel. Theirs is a fifth wheel. We'll talk about the difference between fifth wheels, travel trailers, all of that as well. But yes, I'm super jealous, and I was super intrigued. So I went and made friends and asked them, can I come inside? Just so I could be nosy. So this is the bunking area. Right now, I don't really have any visitors, so I use my bunking area, as you can see, for storage. This is actually tiki torches that I didn't open in the summer, so I will be waiting until next summer to open those. And extra blanket. I think that Amazon box is massage things. I am a medical massage therapist, so I have extra things. That's Bear's food ball. When it's cold but not too cold, my little shawl. And then also I use the bug spray in the summertime when Bear goes outside. He does have a flea collar, but I also spray him down, because again, we're in the woods, and the park that we came from was much more woodsy, so I just didn't want him to get any bugs or anything that I didn't want inside. This top thing that looks like a pillow is actually a heat resistor for the sunlights, the skylights that are up there. So I have to take off my jacket because I just came in, and we're going to pick right back up from this point in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, share. Again, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, advice, please feel free to write them. You can email me. I'm going to put my handle down, all that. Thank you.